Just over 3,500 spectators here at what is a slightly unusual venue for Hong Kong big note matches. This game being played at Yuen Long Stadium. South China in their traditional strip of red and white, looking to pick up a bit of silverware. There's the lineup, headed by Nicky Butt in a holding position in midfield. They'll be relying a lot on him. Unfortunately, though, their star attacker, their star signing, Matthias Kesman, the former Chelsea man, is not on board for this game. He is nursing a badly swollen knee. There was hope that he may at least start on the bench, but not so. They'll have to do without him. So South China against Pegasus, and we are underway. South China, meanwhile, are struggling in the AFC Cup. They have just 1 point from their first two games. They do, however, in the Hong Kong League, have the comfort of being on top, although just 2 points ahead of Kitchi. A chance here, an early one, and that was close. That was Chan Siu Ki, the South China skipper, laid on as it was by Lee Wai Lim. Good cross by Lee, and Chan, the big man, an easy target to aim for, making a good connection there, and it really wasn't that far off. South China coach Chan Ho-yin has been toying around with his side just a little in preparation for this match. A weak effort there. Carolinas say they've learned some lessons from that big loss to Citizen in the Senior Shield final. So getting a talking to there as we see exactly why. Yes, that would have hurt. Bende just coming in there a little too aggressively. And that's a free kick for South China. Nicky Butt will take this. Lee Hon Ho directing the wall in goal for Pegasus. Oh, that's well struck by Nicky Butt. It's gone all the way in. Much expected of Butt. The big money signing for South China, who took a few games to really settle in and start firing for them. And that is a big break. The former Manchester United star, now in the twilight of his career, but showing there he still really has plenty of oomph, even in his 30s. So an early opener for South China. That goal coming on 11 minutes. That'll be a big morale boost for South China, because they know that they blew it against Citizen in the Senior Shield final. A close chance there. The referee's going to have to step in and try and control this game. A problem before with Mbende. And that one a little overly aggressive as well. Nicky Butt doesn't keep it for long. D'Souza pulls it back for Chan. Oh, that's a superb cross by Chan. They will score, no. He really couldn't have placed that better for Man Pei Tak. Look at that. Completely deceptive. Man did well to lose his marker and get in there, but the finishing left a lot to be desired. A wild effort there, which they perhaps should have just let run out. Foot and Bombe. Pegasus lined this up, and that was only about a metre above the crossbar. Chan Ming Kung it was. Taking another look at that. South China don't want to find themselves in the same position as they did against Citizen, where they were leading 3-1 in that January Shield final, before allowing their opponents to get back into the match 3-3 and then losing in a penalty shootout. So much to prove here for the Carolinas. There's a chance again, and De Silva certainly should have been able to do more with that one. Pegasus struggling here. They are missing 4 key players from their 4-1 win over Kitchi in the league 3 weeks before this match. So greatly weakened, and that's a problem South China have as well, but not on such a large scale, and that's in. Number 2 for South China. This time it's De Souza on 26 minutes. Two good building blocks for the Carolinas. TSW Pegasus looking nowhere near as sharp in front of goal. And the Carolinas with a superb cross there from Chan. But look at the control by De Souza and the determination, never giving up, skying it over the top of Lee Hon Ho, who really didn't have much of a chance there at almost point-blank range. Lost in defence was Luk Kun Pong, and he allowed De Souza all that time. Support came back, but it was all too little too late. And the Carolinas now up 2 and looking for 3. Well, that was worth trying. Scooting there off the outside boot of De Silva. De Souza now chasing. De Souza doesn't latch onto it that well, although he will follow through, and getting to it first was Deng Jinghuang. There's Pegasus missing forward Godfred Katakari, defender Li Wei Lun. Taking a look at that again. Both those players had accumulated 5 yellow cards and are on a 1-match suspension. Taiwan international Chen Po Liang sidelined with a thigh injury. Pegasus also have Leandro Silva out because of a pre-existing agreement with his former club. So Pegasus will try and make the most of this to at least slow down the advance of South China. This is Santos Filo, who keeps it low. That was very close to the mark. And well, Santos Filo, the Pegasus number 11, did well. Hard to keep it that low from such a distance. From Yuen Long Stadium. An interesting move by the Hong Kong FA, and a good one at that. The crowds are not huge, and they can be lost just scooting wide, perhaps a little wider than it looked from this angle, a good couple of metres. But that's the problem Hong Kong matches have had in the past. Small crowds in big stadiums, it can kill the atmosphere. Much better off having those small to medium-sized crowds in the much smaller stadiums. And that's what they've done here. Nice thick layer of grass on here as well, which is certainly not always the case at places like Hong Kong Stadium. Depending on how much rain the stadium has or hasn't had, it can be pretty much a lining of, or a layer of green fluff on top of mud. Not so here, as Pegasus build up something good, and that was, well, a risky move, but Lee Chi-ho pulled it off. Certainly a risk there of popping it into his own net, but the pressure still on from Pegasus. So there's the halftime score. The Carolinas leading 2-0 at Yuen Long.